Alright, so we got one there going in with pollen. And this recently established nuke here. Pretty good activity for starting out nuke. We're bringing in a lot of pollen. So as a general sign, when we see them bringing in pollen like this, we're going to want to get them a pollen replacement and a feeder on top. Or I'm going to want to get them a supply of wax to harvest. But what I want to be looking at pollen here. Had pretty good honey reserves in this box. I put it in a few days ago. But we'll maybe look toward a feeder. We don't want to spend too much time this time of year working on bringing pollen in, but they are doing a lot of building because it is a recently established. Now you see this colony is already a little stronger. Got a little more activity around the entrance here. And you can see the workers are coming in. They're not coming in with as much pollen. What I'm doing now is just waiting to see. I try to let about 50 to 60 land while I watch. That way I can see what they're bringing in. They're either bringing in nectar or they're bringing in pollen. There went one pollen. And so my pollen and nectar count on this particular colony is about 1 to 8, 1 to 10 so far. That's what I like. There's 2 pollens in a row. Again, they're building, so that's not too unusual. If you see that in an established colony where there's not a great deal of building to go on, then that's a sign of concern. That means something's eating the wax, and then we're going to be looking for wax moths or something of the sort. Alright, these are pretty good here. Might want to look at doing a feeder with some pollen replacement. Anytime you do a feeder, I suggest a 2-sided feeder. You might as well go ahead and give them some. Another little thing of concern here I see. This particular box, the materials were not here to get this elevated off the ground, and so all they had available at the time of setup was these little crates. And if you look, you'll see these little, I call them piss ants, but they'll harvest and eat sugar, and the bees have a hard time on working on something that small. And so I'm going to discuss with the owner the need to really get these up off the ground and get some sort of ant deterrent. Saw some yellow jackets, but apparently there's not a great deal of yellow jacket problem. So we're going to watch here again just to confirm. All right, I had 2 enter there, and both that entered were packing pollen. And I'm kind of waiting to see who else comes in. La 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 la. Watch kettle never boils. This is an example of that, I suppose. Alright, maybe their harvest squad all just came back in. Give them one more second here. It takes longer to harvest pollen than it takes to harvest nectar. And so generally, how we saw a lot of activity. Matter of fact, see, we got a lot of activity coming and going over there because nectar is much quicker. Here, we still haven't had any come in. Here comes the pollen. Yeah, see, yeah, here's pollen packs full. These are all bringing pollen, and so that means they're full honey reserve. In the air, I don't think this camera's going to catch it here. We got plenty of bee activity around. All right.